So in the characteristics of digital ICs, following are the some of the important characteristics. Those are speed and fan out, fan in, power dissipation, propagation delay, noise margin, and figure of merit. And also we are having the logic swing and breadth here. So if you talk about one by one, first let me explain the speed. So here speed, you know what? So we are what is the logic gate having? It is going to have the number of inputs and we'll get the one output, right? So the speed determined by the time between the application of the input as well as the change in output. It means if you take any gate, for example, if you take the AND gate, for this AND gate will apply the inputs and also will observe the output, and the speed determined by the time between the application of the input and change in output. Okay, that is comes under the speed. So we can find out whether the given logic family is having the more speed or whether it is faster one or whether it is slower one based on the speed, right? So if it is having the less time or less delay between the input and output, then we can say the corresponding logic family is the faster one. So if it is having the more delay between the input and output, then we can say that the corresponding logic family is the slower one. Now second characteristics here, fan out. So fan out nothing but so here before that, every logic gate is going to have the number of inputs as well as one output, right? So at that output and that particular logic gate is going to drive some more logic gates. That is, for example, if you take one AND gate, so for that AND gate, for example, you are having one AND gate or AND or NAND gate, three number of NAND gate. Okay, it is having the three inputs. It's having three input, and you'll apply the inputs here. When you apply the inputs, you are getting the output as 3 volts. Let me take, for example, you are getting output is 4 volts. You're getting output is 4 volts. Then by using these 4 volts, how many other logic gates, how many other logic circuits can we drive? That is called as a fan out. That is the number of loads that the output of gate can drive. For example, you are having one load as one load, it requires, you're having one load which requires 1 volt. It requires 1 volt. Then you can drive this load by using the output of this gate. Why? Because at the output you are getting the 4 volts, right? So this type of loads, how many you are going to drive by using the output of gate is known as the fan out. Is known as the fan out. Okay. Now coming to fan in. Now third characteristic is fan in. So here the maximum number of inputs that can be applied to a logic gate is called the fan in here. So you know what? If you take a inverter or NOT gate, it is going to have the one input, and remaining gates are going to have the more than the two inputs. Two or more than the two inputs, right? So you can use any number of inputs, but depending on the application, we are going to use the required number of inputs. For example, if you have a particular application, then you need only two inputs. Then instead of using two inputs, if you are using the three inputs, what happens? It is not effective use, right? So you have to use the maximum number of inputs that is needed only for the corresponding application. So here fan in is the maximum number of inputs that can be applied to a logic gate. That is comes under the fan in. Now coming to the fourth one, power dissipation. You know this word, you have been observed power dissipation from the starting of your electrical knowledge. So it's nothing but power consumed per a gate. Obviously, if you are giving a power to any device, there will be some power dissipation, right? There will be some power dissipation, right? And you are giving the input to the logic gates. So for every gate, how much power is being consumed? That is called as a power dissipation. So power consumed per gate we call power dissipation. Now next fifth one, propagation delay. It's same like speed only. Propagation delay, it's same like first one, that is speed. That is the average time or we can say the delay time for the signal to be propagate to input to the output. That is, you're applying the inputs to the gate, and how much time it takes to propagate to the output side. That is where at what time you're getting the output. For example, you're giving the inputs at t1 time and you're getting the output at t2 time, and this delay t2 minus t1 is called as a propagation delay. Okay, and to give the traditional definition of a propagation delay, the average delay time for the signal to propagate input to the output is called as a propagation delay. So if this delay is more, now could you answer me in the chat box? If the propagation delay is more, then the corresponding logic family is faster one or slower one. My question is, you're having the propagation delay of a particular logic family is high, propagation delay is more, then the corresponding logic family is faster one or slower one. It is slower one, right? So like that. Now coming to sixth one, okay, nice. Sixth characteristics is the noise margin. Noise margin. So if you take any communication system, for example, if you take our class, so this we are dealing online classes, and obviously you're going to get disturbances, right? So every communication system or every system is going to have some noise, some disturbances, right? But there should be some margin. Otherwise, there is no use of this. For example, you have so many of you are joined our class, digital electronic class, and some of you are getting the very clear view, clear voice, and clear screen. It is better. Some of you are not maybe not able to get the clear voice, or some of you are not getting the loud voice, and you are not unable to see the screen, right? So then what happened? Then there is no use of joining the class, right? So that means there should be some margin. There is noise margin. So if I give the traditional definition for noise margin, so it is the limit of noise voltage that can be present without disturbing the proper operation of the circuit. Okay, I'm repeating here. Noise margin is the limit of noise voltage. There is the limit of disturbance that can be present without disturbing the proper operation of the circuit. This is called as a noise margin. Now coming to seventh one, figure of merit. Figure of merit. So it is just a product of the propagation delay and power dissipation. Figure of merit is the product of the propagation delay and power dissipation. Fifth one and fourth one, the product is called as a figure of merit. Now coming to eighth one, logic swing. Logic swing. So you have done analog electronics lab, right? Just previous year in your first semester, you have done the analog electronics lab. There you have done experiments on amplifiers. So if you remember that experiment, you have got the outputs, the values. Those values may be fluctuated. You may not get the constant value, constant output value, right? That output is going to be fluctuate, right? For example, you are getting the output like 7 volts, and one more time you are getting the 3 volts. First time you got 7 volts, and some other time you are getting the 3 volts. Then the difference 7 minus 3, that is 4 volts, is called as a logic swing. That is called as a logic swing. That is, the logic swing is the difference between two output voltages. This is the logic swing is the difference between the two output voltages. Two output voltage, that is higher output voltage minus lower output voltage. Next, the ninth one, breadth. Breadth. So what is meant by this word breadth here? So here the number of various function available in a logic family is called as a breadth. For example, if you take a NAND gate, for example, if you are taking NAND gate, Okay, so by using NAND gate, obviously in the NAND gate you are having the AND operation as well as the NOT operation, right? You are having the AND operation and NOT operation, right? So it is the number of functions. How many are there? We are having the two functions are there. So this is called as a breadth. So breadth of this corresponding logic family is what? 200. That like the number of various function available in a logic family is called as the breadth. So it is about the some important characteristics of the digital ICs. So based on these characteristics, we can say that which logic family is better